Italy. There's something about this place. The way time slows down, like it wants you to actually feel where you are. And right here, this watch. The Rolex DateJust. If I'm being honest, a few years ago this felt far away. Not even a real goal. Just one of those things you look at and think, maybe one day. And maybe that's what life really comes down to. The things you chase, and the people you share them with. I had a hard time in school. Teachers, they didn't really believe in me. Then moving abroad for university, figuring things out on my own, working just to afford the fees. And after that, every 2 years a new place, new city, new routine, just trying to keep up with the career I was building. Nothing was handed to me, no shortcuts, everything came from showing up, again and again. And somewhere in between all of that, I remembered something my grandfather used to tell me: never stand still. So I didn't. Step by step, things started to move. And now, standing here in Italy, holding something I once thought was out of reach. It makes you pause for a second. Because this watch, it's not just about how it looks. It's history. Since 1945, built to last, built to keep going. And that's what I relate to. Just staying consistent. Doing the work, trying to move forward without losing who you are. And at the same time, trying to be a good person through all of it. They say a watch like this is built for a lifetime. And honestly, I think life works the same way. You keep moving forward. You keep evolving, and the right people, they stay on your journey. And moments like this, they remind you that all the small steps actually meant something. And that maybe you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. We're just about to land at Malpensa Airport, the largest international airport serving Milan. The flight from Dubai took around 6 hours, and as always, Emirates delivered a comfortable and smooth experience. One thing to keep in mind: if you're arriving without an EU passport, be prepared for some fairly long immigration queues. For this trip, I had to bring my larger Rimowa Classic suitcase, since I'm carrying 2 suits and a few special outfits. My usual Rimowa trunk wasn't really practical. The trunk is fantastic for most trips, but its shape isn't ideal when you're trying to keep suits wrinkle-free. From the airport, it's about an hour by train into the city center, costing roughly 20 euros. One thing I really appreciate about Milan is how easy public transportation is. Whether it's the train, metro or bus, you simply tap your credit card when entering and exiting. No ticket machines, no apps, no hassle. We've now arrived at Milano Centrale, Milan's main railway station. And this place is much more than just a train station. Opened in 1931, Milano Centrale is one of Europe's most impressive transportation hubs. Its monumental architecture, massive stone facade, soaring ceilings, and incredible attention to detail reflect both Milan's elegance and its industrial strength. Today, millions of travelers pass through here every year, making it not only a gateway to Italy, but also one of Milan's most iconic landmarks. And this is the hotel I've chosen for the trip. A solid 4-star property in a central location. Exactly what I was looking for. As you can probably tell from all the bags and luggage, I'm still not a light traveler. Since I'll be on the road for more than a week and have several special occasions planned, I needed a bit more wardrobe than usual. The room itself is minimalist but refined. Clean lines, quality finishes, and a modern atmosphere, exactly my style. Over the next 3 days in Milan, the plan is simple. Explore the city, enjoy the local cuisine, do some shopping for clothing and watches, and soak up the atmosphere of one of Europe's most stylish destinations. Our first stop is the Duomo and the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. You know you've arrived in Milan when you step into the Galleria. Built nearly 150 years ago, this isn't just a shopping arcade. It's arguably the world's first luxury shopping destination. Surrounded by historic cafes, prestigious boutiques, and one of the most beautiful glass domes you'll ever see. The Galleria has been the social heart of Milan for generations. Even if you don't buy anything, simply standing here and taking in the architecture feels special. And for watch enthusiasts, there's another reason to visit. One of the most prestigious Rolex boutiques in Italy is located right here inside the Galleria. I actually stopped by a few years ago, but let's just say the reception wasn't particularly warm. So today we're giving it another try. The display windows are filled with some truly stunning pieces. Beautiful DateJust models, the new Land Dweller in both 36 and 40 millimeters, the anniversary Oyster Perpetual, a two-tone Daytona displayed next to a full white gold version, the elegant 1908 on its Milanese bracelet, and even a few classic Submariners. Honestly, this may be one of the most impressive Rolex displays I've seen in the windows so far. The boutique showcases only the most desirable models and presents them exceptionally well. Of course, as expected, none of these watches are actually available for purchase. And if you want a proper consultation, you'll generally need to book an appointment about a week in advance. Still, I managed to convince them to let me try on the new Oyster Perpetual models. One watch in particular immediately caught my attention. The new Oyster Perpetual 36 with the Jubilee dial. As someone who loves Art Deco and graphic design, this watch instantly reminded me of that aesthetic. The dial features a colorful lacquer pattern with repeating Rolex lettering arranged in a geometric composition. Rolex describes it as a joyful and sophisticated design built around color, symmetry, and repetition. What makes it feel Art Deco to me is the bold geometry, the strong sense of symmetry, and the decorative use of typography as a design element. Rather than depicting something natural, it relies on graphic patterns and visual rhythm. At the same time, it's not traditional Art Deco. The colors are brighter, more playful, and much more contemporary. In many ways, it feels closer to pop art and modern graphic design than to the classic Art Deco movement of the 1920s and 30s. And whether you love it or hate it, it's certainly one of the most distinctive Oyster Perpetual dials Rolex has released in recent years. The second watch I'm trying on today is the new Oyster Perpetual anniversary model in 36mm. This watch feels incredibly luxurious on the wrist and might just be the most elegant Oyster Perpetual Rolex has ever produced. The combination of the yellow gold bezel and the grey sunburst dial gives it a very refined character. It speaks class, sophistication, and understated luxury. Honestly, it looks much better in person than it does in photos. Seeing it on the wrist completely changed my opinion of the watch. But enough Rolex for now, let's head over to Patek Philippe. The boutique is located in Milan's luxury district, surrounded by many of the world's most prestigious watch brands. It's operated by a local authorized dealer and offers a very elegant and intimate atmosphere. Unfortunately, there weren't many pieces available to try on during my visit, so I decided to give the Pilot Travel Time another chance. I still like this watch a lot, although I would personally choose the version with the white opaline dial. The World Time model I originally wanted to see wasn't available, which means I'll definitely need to try both side by side before making my next Patek Philippe purchase. Patek Philippe is best known for timeless dress watches, such as the Calatrava and sports luxury icons like the Nautilus. So when the brand introduced the Pilot Travel Time in 2015, it surprised a lot of collectors. The large luminous numerals, oversized crown, and military-inspired design were a significant departure from Patek's traditional aesthetic. What's interesting, however, is that the design is rooted in genuine Patek Philippe history. Back in the 1930s, Patek produced aviation instruments and a smaller number of pilot-style watches. These rare pieces have become highly collectible among enthusiasts and serve as the inspiration behind the modern pilot collection. And beyond the design, the travel time complication itself is outstanding. It allows you to display local time and home time simultaneously, adjust time zones using the pushers on the side of the case, and even provides day and night indicators for both locations. For frequent travelers, it's one of the most practical and intuitive dual-time systems available in luxury watchmaking. After all the watch shopping, it was time for a quick stop at Gucci. I picked up a new burgundy tie, which should pair perfectly with a dark grey suit and a crisp white shirt. I also found a new pair of Havana-style sunglasses. There's something about these glasses that instantly makes everything feel more stylish. They fit the atmosphere of this trip perfectly. A few more shopping bags later, it was finally time for a break. One thing you absolutely have to do in Milan is enjoy a proper panini and an Aperol spritz. For lunch, I stopped at De Santi's, a well-known spot located inside the shopping center. The menu ranges from rich and indulgent sandwiches to lighter options. I asked the waitress for her recommendation and followed her advice. She suggested a light ham and cheese panini with a lemon cocktail sauce. An excellent recommendation. The ingredients were fresh, the flavors balanced, and it was exactly what I needed after a busy morning. Our next watch stop is Rocca, probably the most important authorized dealer in Milan. Besides their high-end boutiques, they also operate a multi-brand store featuring an impressive range of watches. This funny Norcane caught my eye immediately. I think many collectors actually like it. It almost looks like a scoop of ice cream and would fit perfectly with the hot summer temperatures here. That said, I still haven't fully connected with the Norcane brand. Other highlights included Gerald Charles, Cartier and Tudor. One watch I continue to admire is the Tudor Pelagos FXD, even though it's no longer in my collection. If you're looking for the ultimate modern tool watch, this has to be one of the strongest contenders on the market. The store also offers an impressive selection of pre-owned watches from brands such as Patek Philippe, A. Lange und Söhne and Audemars Piguet. Their certified pre-owned Rolex section was particularly strong, although unfortunately none of the watches displayed their prices. The final watch stop of the day was Swatch. The brand recently released its new Swatch Audemars Piguet pocket watches, and unsurprisingly every single one was already sold out. Security around the store was also surprisingly intense. Out of the collection, I think the black and white version and the pink model are my favorites. Once the initial hype settles down, I may end up adding one to the collection. If you're visiting Milan, one place I would definitely recommend is the Aperol terrace above the Galleria. The views over the city are beautiful and the atmosphere perfectly captures the spirit of Milan. You may have to wait a while for a table, but once you get a seat on the balcony, it's worth it. And when you're here, ordering an Aperol Spritz is practically mandatory. The drink was excellent, not overly sweet, served ice cold, and presented in a generous glass. Exactly what you want on a warm afternoon. I also ordered a whiskey sour, which is my favorite drink usually. Unfortunately, that one was a disappointment. So my advice would be simple: stick to the Aperol Spritz. One thing to keep in mind is the price. Drinks here cost around 20 euros each, so you're definitely paying for the location and the view. To finish the day, I choose a restaurant directly inside the Galleria, conveniently located opposite the Rolex boutique. I started with oysters and followed that with a filet steak served alongside spinach. Overall, the food was good or okay, but nothing exceptional. For around 100 euros, including 2 drinks, I would say the pricing was reasonable considering the location. The real highlight here is the setting. Dining inside one of Milan's most iconic landmarks is an experience in itself. If your priority is finding the absolute best food in the city, there are probably better options elsewhere. But for the atmosphere, the view and the experience, I'd say it was worth it. Milan is a city that doesn't need to shout. At first glance, it feels different from the rest of Italy. More understated, more focused. A place where history and ambition walk side by side. For centuries, artists, architects, entrepreneurs, and dreamers have come here to leave their mark. And somehow that spirit still fills the streets today. The magnificent Duomo rises from the heart of the city, while just steps away, the Galleria's glass ceiling reflects the elegance and style that Milan is known for around the world. But beyond the landmarks and luxury boutiques, there's something deeper here. It's in the morning espresso at a crowded cafe, the sound of trams rolling through the streets, the conversations that spill into the evening over food, wine, and good company. Milan is a city built on craftsmanship, creativity, and the belief that excellence is found in the details. Maybe that's why everything here feels intentional. And as the sun begins to set, painting the city in golden light, you realize Milan isn't just a place you visit. It's a place that inspires you. A reminder that progress and tradition don't have to compete. They can exist together, shaping a city that continues to move forward while honoring everything that came before it. And that's what makes Milan unforgettable. There are places that stay with you long after you leave. For me, Lake Garda is one of them. I first came here as a young adult on mountain biking trips, spending days exploring the trails, enjoying the scenery and falling in love with the relaxed atmosphere that makes this place so special. Coming back years later feels familiar. The mountains are still standing tall, the water is just as clear, and the pace of life is still beautifully slow. But this visit isn't really about revisiting a place I love. It's about spending time with people who matter. And moments like these remind you that the most meaningful journeys are rarely about the destination itself. I've traveled to a lot of places, seen incredible cities and chased experiences all over the world. But this trip feels different. 5 years ago, a shared passion for watches turned into a genuine friendship. We spent countless hours helping each other hunt for rare pieces, but somewhere along the way, it stopped being about watches. It became about friendship. The kind where you celebrate each other's wins, support each other through life challenges, and stay connected no matter how many miles separate you. I still remember him traveling across the world just to spend a few days with me. And now it's my turn to show up for him. Surrounded by family and friends who have come together to celebrate one of the biggest moments of his life. Over the next 3 days, we'll celebrate through traditions, ceremonies, and unforgettable memories as one of my closest friends marries the love of his life. And moments like this remind you that, in the end, it's not the destinations that matter most, it's the people. The friendships that stand the test of time. And the moments when you choose to show up for those who have always shown up for you. The wedding celebrations began in a way only an Indian wedding can. Set against the beautiful backdrop of Lake Garda, the Jago Mendi pool party brought together family and friends from across the world for an evening full of color, music and energy. To incredible food, live cooking stations and non-stop dancing by the pool, every corner of the celebration felt alive. What I loved most was seeing different cultures come together, all connected by friendship, family and the excitement of the days ahead. And this was only the first night. It was clear that this wedding was going to be something truly special.
ट्राई चाहिए था पर वो उसकी मम्मी इधर
I'm so glad to see you, man. Cheers. That's all on shot.
Cheers.
Get it down, you Zulu.
No, man, drink it.
After the energy and celebrations of the first night, the second day brought something completely different. This was the wedding day. As someone attending a Sikh wedding for the first time, what stood out to me was the simplicity and meaning behind it all. The focus wasn't on extravagance, it was on commitment, family, faith, and the beginning of a new chapter together. Surrounded by loved ones who had traveled from across India and around the world, it was a beautiful reminder that weddings are about far more than a single day. They're about bringing people together and celebrating a journey that will last a lifetime. And after the sacred ceremony, the celebrations continued with incredible food, music, dancing, and the kind of hospitality that Indian weddings are famous for. A day filled with tradition, emotion, and memories that won't be forgotten anytime soon. With my hotel located in Desenzano del Garda, it's time to explore not only the town itself but also the beautiful landscapes surrounding Lake Garda. To get around, I rented a bicycle from the hotel, which turned out to be the perfect way to discover the area at a relaxed pace. With temperatures around 30 degrees Celsius and clear blue skies, the weather couldn't have been better. Warm enough to enjoy the sunshine, but comfortable enough to spend hours outdoors. And of course, no day in Italy seems complete without another Aperol spritz. I have to admit, my Aperol count is steadily increasing. This one came with an olive, giving it a unique twist. Just like the others I've had so far, it wasn't overly sweet and the olive added a subtle, savory note that worked surprisingly well. And then came the pizza. Exactly how an Italian pizza should be. Thin, light and perfectly baked. The tomato sauce and cheese melted together beautifully, creating that rich, balanced flavor that makes authentic Italian pizza so special. Simple ingredients done exceptionally well. Sometimes that's all you need. When most people think about the Rolex DateJust today, they usually gravitate towards the stainless steel models. They are more affordable, often easier to wear every day, and historically tend to hold their value better. And honestly, I understand why. But for me, when I picture a DateJust, this is the watch I see. The two-tone yellow gold and steel version. The fluted bezel, the Jubilee bracelet, the unmistakable Rolex presence. This is the DateJust, the one that appeared in countless movies, on the wrists of businessmen and entrepreneurs, and characters who always seem to have life figured out. Growing up, this was the Rolex I noticed. Not the stainless steel sports models that dominate social media today. This one. Because for me, a true DateJust isn't just about the case or the dial. It's the combination of the fluted bezel and the Jubilee bracelet. Those two elements define the watch. Remove either one and it simply loses some of its magic. The fluted bezel catches the light from every angle, while the Jubilee bracelet adds comfort, elegance, and that unmistakable vintage Rolex charm. Together they create one of the most recognizable silhouettes in the entire watch industry. There's something incredibly nostalgic about it. The yellow gold, the polished center links, the way the bracelet wraps around the wrist, and the sparkle of the bezel in the sunlight. It has a warmth and personality that modern watches often lack. Every time I look at it, I get this retro feeling, as if it belongs to a different era, when luxury felt a little more elegant and a little less concerned with being understated. And maybe that's exactly why I like it so much. Because it doesn't try to hide what it is. It's confident, it's recognizable, and it embraces its identity completely. The 2021 fluted dial only enhances that feeling. The way the pattern interacts with the light gives the watch even more depth and character, adding a modern touch to an already iconic design. For me, this isn't just another Rolex. It's the entry point into classic Rolex ownership. The watch that represents achievement without feeling excessive. The watch you buy because you've reached a milestone and want something that will stay with you for decades. And then maybe, years later, when life takes you to the next chapter, you move on to a date. But before the date, there is the DateJust. And before all the different dial colors, configurations and trends, there's this, the two-tone DateJust. Fluted bezel, Jubilee bracelet, the version that made the model famous, the version that built the legend, and in my eyes, the way a Rolex DateJust was always meant to be.
No way!
Oh, I can see it, Turb. No, I won't.
Wow! 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 Rupin! Wow!
This is the part people don't talk about enough. The moments where everything just feels right. Where love, trust, loyalty, it's not just words. You actually see it, right in front of you. And yeah, maybe life isn't always like this. But when it is, you celebrate it, fully. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that you don't hold back on the highs. You live them, you feel them, you remember them.
So 3 Canadians in the building. Anybody from any other part of Europe?
Germany!
Germany! Alright, I love you guys. Hands up! Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Rupinda and Jasleen!
Rupin!
Hands clapping, ladies and gentlemen, come on! Hey, 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 hey! Alright, alright. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put Put your hands up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey.
Wow.
Everybody, let's go. Put your hands up. Let's go. Put 'em up one time.
चलती है माना ये सारी तेरी हाई हील्स की गद्दी है तो जा तू है कौन ये तो बता तू है कौन कहाँ से आई है कहाँ तो जाएगी पागल लड़की मुझे बताइए करेंगे जब देगा दिखा ये सब मैं वो देख चुका है जैसी तो बन जाती है
Italy, are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Keep that energy high, party people.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like an old keys. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly. Bright girl still trying to get in. Haters mad for whatever reason. Smoke in the air, bitch dream. They lose it when the DJ drops me.
That's it. Oh.
That girl is a real
Why'd you help us? Why'd you help us do a little?
Music, man. I checked out your channel.
Oh yeah.
I think I even watched some of your videos before.
Oh you have?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Rupin.
Wait, who's off with you?
She trolling. That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like an old keys. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly. Bright girl still trying to get in. Haters mad for whatever reason. Smoke in the air, binge drink. They lose it when the DJ drops me. That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know me. Young bull living like an old keys. Release the cash, watch it fall slowly. Bright girl still trying to get in. Haters mad for whatever reason. Smoke in the air, binge drink. They lose it when the DJ drops me. Your body like a work of art, baby. Don't fuck with me, I break your heart, baby.
Hopefully. Right, we're reaching for the skies tonight. Stay low. Let me hear you singing, come on. Hey. All right, we're getting close. Here we go. You ready now? You ready now? You ready now? Jump, 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 jump. Let's go.
moving higher. Let me see your hands up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
And just like that, it's over. The music fades, the people leave, and everything slows down again. Simeone feels different, quieter, almost like it's giving you space to think about what just happened and what comes next. Trips like this, they don't just end when you go home. They stay with you. They shift something. And heading back to Dubai, I know I'm not the same person who left. Because watching something real, something lasting, makes you start asking yourself, when is it your turn to build that?